Well, here we are, another fantastic day at A Step Above. Remember, go to our website, check us out, www.astepabove.life. This is Rev, the Internet Pastor, coming to you with It'll Be Okay. Yes, it will. It will be okay. Don't worry about it. It's October 1st, 2019. This is Season 4, Episode 20 on our A Step Above YouTube site. And I'm just going to talk today about those words. It'll be okay. Has anybody ever said that to you? Or have you ever said that to anybody? Sometimes the words may seem innocuous or just something to say, but you know, whether it's emotional or physical or psychically, if somebody says it to you and you really, really need to hear those words, you need to have some semblance of hope. What a great feeling. It'll be okay. And the majority of the time, it is okay. Not right away, not in the next 5 seconds, but it'll be okay. So when you encounter, challenges at work, perhaps you're a teacher, school, perhaps you are a CEO, or maybe you're a minister, or you're a volunteer at a church. Oh man, then you really need to hear those words, because sometimes stress at church can be far more stressful than stress at work, because when you're a volunteer at church, you really have no control over anything. So if something happens and you're going like, what am I supposed to do now? And somebody comes along and says, it'll be okay. Boy, those are good words to hear. Anyway, let me get on with this, because the thought came to me when I woke up on Sunday morning a week ago. And I thought about, it doesn't matter where those words come from. It can be from a complete stranger. It can be from a friend or a relative, parent, child. I mean, have you ever been just stressed out and your little child came up to you and patted you on the leg and said, it'll be okay, Mommy, or it'll be okay, Daddy? I don't know about you. That's pretty meaningful, because they have confidence everything's going to be all right, because that's what you've taught them. Everything's going to be all right. And I think about we as Christians, God has to say to us sometime, it'll be okay. When we're all frustrated and nothing's going right, and 50 different things are happening simultaneously, and your nerve is frazzled to the very last. It'd be great if, God pats you on the shoulder and says, it'll be okay, son, daughter. Well, think about this. Have you ever heard those arrogant, pompous, self-righteous people say, I don't need anybody or anything? Well, don't think that way. You're not a great, mighty oak standing out in a grassy field, and when the wind blows, you're standing up there against it, and you're so strong and mighty. In big storms, palm trees do better than oaks. Yes, they do. Palm trees bend. In human terms, people that compromise, not in a bad way, compromise, try to find a solution that's palatable to both parties, tend to be more successful in life than people that want to stand and say I'm right and everybody else is wrong. Well, dude or dudette, you're an idiot, because no, you're not right, and no, what you think isn't the be-all, answer-all to everything. Everybody has their own ideas. Compromise means you listen to other people and they listen to you, and you come up with a palatable solution to whatever situation you are encountering or you anticipate encountering. No man is an island. John Donne wrote that, oh man, 16 blah blah blah, whatever, 1600s. He was a English cleric and poet with the Church of England. And what he said basically was, I don't know the whole poem, but no man is an island entire of himself. This includes you two women. And he was speaking of Europe. But even if a clod of dirt fell off of the soil of England, England would be less for it, as if a whole promontory fell into the ocean. Or if your friend's house burned down or your house burned down. The country, the community, the people with whom you interact are less for the destruction of something that you all are familiar with. He goes on to say that the death of any person makes him less. Think about whether you have a lot of friends or a few friends. If one of them is no longer there, does that make you feel less? Sad? Wish they were there? So, do not think you are an island. Realize you need other people, and other people need you. Oh yeah. You are important. You are a cherished creation of God. Never, never think less of yourself in any way. I wanted to read this one. Frank Clark had this quote: "If you can find a path with no obstacles, it probably doesn't lead anywhere." Oh, I love that, because if you accomplish anything, you're going to have obstacles. I used to hear people say, well, and for those of you that aren't Christians, maybe you've heard somebody say something similar. Well, if God wanted me to do this, he would clear the path. Sometimes that's true. However, sometimes he wants us to see if we know how to step around the rocks or step over the rocks or move the rocks out of the way. You won't always have a clear path. However, if you are certain of your direction and you're sure you have the commission to do that, as you work towards whatever goal it is, God will start smoothing the path for you. You'll still encounter rocks, potholes, cracks, but overall, he'll smooth out the path if he sees that you really, really are trying to accomplish what he wants you to. And don't be one of those people, I call them IHHTM people. It hasn't happened to me. Oh boy. Self-righteous, arrogant people that think they're God's chosen people, or, oh yeah, those people are bad, that's why that happened to them. Or, I did a good job taking care of myself, they should have done a good job. You self-righteous punk. Or punkette. People don't choose to have bad things happen to them. And they certainly don't need you going around saying, it hadn't happened to me, so I'm better than you, because you're not. You just haven't had it happen to you. The important point of all of this is have consideration for other people whenever you're interacting with them. Think about them. Go to our website, www.astepabove.life. Subscribe to our newsletter. It comes out about once a week, sometimes more. Usually once a week. $99 a year, $10 a month. Certainly won't break anybody, but chock full of good information. And it's basically a 2-page newsletter with different salient points I've come up with, and 1 page of mostly advertising. Got to have some advertisement in there. Think about our Step Above coffees, which helps support us. They're gourmet coffees. Man, I gotta tell you, they are smooth. I love these coffees. You can order them on our website. I'm trying to think of some other things I want to tell y'all this week. Things that's happened, stuff that's been coming up. And right now I can't think of anything else I want to tell you, except that be considerate of other people whenever you're interacting with them, whether you're the boss, you're an employee, you're a peer. Think about the other person before you speak. Sometimes I haven't done that. Sometimes I still don't do that. We all are human, I hope. And so we make mistakes. But if you consistently make the same mistakes over and over, hey, man, I don't care if you're a Christian or not. Go somewhere and pray, man, because you need prayer. We need to always keep our self in check. Think about that when you interact with your spouse, your children, your family, because family can really get on your nerves, and then family can be so wonderful to have. That's it for this week, October 1st, 2019. Make this week tremendous. Go out and do whatever it is you need to do this week to move yourself forward. This is Rev, the Internet Pastor.